Will Peterson of the New York Giants. Just want to say thank you so much for doing this for TeenCentral.net. It's a great website, lots of teens. You're really going to be able to outreach a lot of teens. And on that note, I just wanted to ask, what was it like for you when you were growing up, when you were a teen? You know, what kind of challenges did you face, and how did you deal with them?
As a teen, I moved around a lot. I went to 5 different high schools, uh, in several different homes. I lived with my uncle, I lived with my mother, I lived with my grandmother. So it was testy in that sense. But I've always had great experiences with meeting new kids, meeting different coaches, because I played sports all my life, meeting different coaches and meeting different challenges, and I was always up for it. So I moved around a lot, but I think I gained a lot from that experience.
Was there, how exactly, when you had challenges or peer pressure, how did you deal with that? Was there someone that you turned to, that you talked to all the time? Or, how were you able, was it sports that helped you, you know?
I really am blessed to be able to play a sport, because sports have taught me so much in terms of self-confidence, determination, uh, just being consistent with the things that I do, being responsible for my actions. I think if it wasn't for sports, I did run the streets a lot when I was young, and I got involved in some things that steered me the wrong way, but sports was always the thing to bring me back into focus and what I really wanted out of life.
What advice would you have for kids out there who maybe aren't so good at playing sports, but who need, what advice would you give to them if they aren't blessed to be a superstar? I mean, not everybody can be a superstar.
This is true. Um, a lot of teens, nowadays focus their energies on the wrong things. Where I'm from, uh, in Pittsburgh, and when I was in Arizona, I would run around with a lot of teens, and we would put our energies into a lot of other things when we wasn't on the football field, when we wasn't on the basketball court. Um, my advice to those kids is just to find something that you really enjoy in life, that you really want to do, something that you enjoy putting your energies into. Um, that will turn out good for you and your family, and that will help you focus your energy on something positive instead of something negative.
Great. How important is family to you? How important was it then, and is it now?
Family is very important to me. When I was young, like I said, I moved around a lot, and I wasn't always with my immediate family, with my mother and my sisters and my father. Um, so that has taught me how important it is, because I grew up and I used to see other people's family. They had close-knit families, and I seen how the family structure was supposed to be. Um, so now that I'm older, I've reached out to my family, my immediate family, and we've rejoined and we've got back together. My father lives close to me next door. My mother is with my sister, and everybody's back together, and we put a lot of energy into bringing that relationship back together. So I think everybody out there and all the teens out there who don't have an immediate family, you have friends and you have people close to you, I'm sure, that you can use to just bounce things off of. That's what family's for. Family's always going to be there for you, and that's a great thing about family and friends.
Education. You said you moved around a lot. How did you maintain your education, and was it always very important to you? I know you went on to college, and how, was that always important to you? And
Yeah, education has always been key in my life. I think, not to brag, but I'm one of the smarter guys on the team, I would think. I was always in gifted class when I was in elementary. Um, end up going to Michigan, and I studied political science. So I've always been one to try to get my education. I don't have a degree to this day, but I'm gonna go back to school and finish that degree. I came out of school early, but um, but but I think education is key, because even you never know what the future holds for you. Next tomorrow I can go out and get injured on the football field, and I have to have education to fall back on. I have to be able to be skilled in the outside world to be able to do some things that people need done. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is through education. So focus on your grades in your class, and get to education, because it is key.
right. What advice would you have to give to any of the teens that are out there? There are a lot of teens on the site that are, going through some terrible things. Can you give them any advice from things that you've been through, or what would you really like to say to them?
Yeah, we're growing up in a time now. The times that we're growing up in is things are moving fast. Technology there, everything is all cell phones and TV, PlayStation, and everything like that. I invite some of my cousins to my house in the summertime, some of the younger males, 16, 15, some just graduating, and I just study them and see how things have changed, because things have changed since I was a teen. Um, and I see them always watching TV. I see them not putting their energies into the things that they want to do, but just saying they want to do something and actually doing another thing. I would say, as a teenager, you have to make up your mind on what you want to do early, and then take that and take that goal and focus it, and do everything you can do to achieve that goal. You can't say one thing and do another thing. You got to say what you mean and do what you say you're going to do, and then it usually turns out well. They say you shoot for the stars, you land on the cloud. So shoot as high as you can, and wherever you land, I'm sure it'll be high enough.